Most drinks bought at that popular drink chain are gonna run you anywhere from $3 all the way up to like $7 for a drink. A drink! Now I love a cold refreshing drink as much as the next person, but with prices rising everywhere from gas to groceries, it just doesn't seem economical to be splurging on summer drinks right now. Enter these. Now homemade is pretty much always going to be the cheaper option, but I find it's not just price that lures people in, it's also convenience. And what could be more convenient than opening your fridge to your very own hydration station? Nothing. So let me show you how to prep some easy, delicious, and healthy drinks so that you too can have the convenience of ready-made refreshers. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Maddie and I'm here to help you with your vegan meal prep. And if you are interested to learn how meal prep can save you time and money, the Let's Eat Plants meal prep course is officially open for a few more days, and I would love to have you join us, so I will link all that information down below. And with that, let's get started. So before we actually make any of our drinks, we're gonna start with some fancy ice cubes. This is totally optional, but they're kind of fun to do if you have some ice cube trays. So I'm just using some thinly sliced cucumber in water, some freshly squeezed lemon juice. This is actually some of the tea we're going to be using later. It is a hibiscus tea, but you'll see it later on in the video. And then we're also doing some blackberries and mint in water. And then just set those in your freezer overnight. So let's start off with the super easy fruit and tea combo. So I'm using this ginger peach and this raspberry tea together. I actually just bought these at the grocery store because they were a really good price, and I ended up really liking them, and they taste really good together. But of course you can use any kind of fruit tea you like. You can use a combo or you can just use one flavor, totally up to you. And now I just like to use any leftover fruit that I have. This is actually fruit that I usually use on top of our oatmeal. We just have some leftover strawberries, blackberries, and peaches, and we're just gonna chop those up into tiny pieces. Or you can also use frozen. Frozen fruit actually works really well. Not only does it add flavor of whatever fruit you're putting in, but it works as an ice cube, and it doesn't dilute your drink as much as water ice cubes would. Next up, we're gonna make a Hibiscus Sparkler. This is hibiscus, also known as sorrel. It is full of antioxidants, and did you know it can also lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and support liver health. Plus, when you buy the flowers like this, it's pretty inexpensive. I bought this whole bag for only $3, and you only need about 20 to 30 grams to make a strong batch of tea. And I'm also gonna add some pomegranate cherry juice. Now this is optional, but it does add some really nice flavor and sweetness. I'm using this Kiju juice. I love this company and their juices. They're all no sugar added. They just use fruit juice to sweeten them, and they taste so good, and they're really inexpensive. It's only $2 for a 1-liter box. And then optionally, you can just add some sparkling water to top it off if you like. Another great tea option is lemongrass. Lemongrass also has antioxidants as well as anti-inflammatory properties, antimicrobial properties, and can also be good for digestion as well. So I'm using this minced lemongrass. I find that it makes a really good tea and it's quite easy to strain, but I have seen they also make lemongrass tea and of course lemongrass powder, so I'll link some of those options down below. And I'm just adding in some fresh mint and our cucumber ice cubes. This is gonna be a nice refreshing combo. And another option to aid in your digestion is if you wanna add a little bit of fiber, you can add in a tablespoon or so of chia seeds. Of course, chia also has protein, calcium, iron, and zinc, so they are really good for you as well. And they just add a nice little texture to this drink. Now, this is maybe the least healthy of all the drinks, but ooh, I just love a good iced coffee. So we're gonna make a cold brew, which is essentially just to brew the coffee with either room temperature or cold water instead of hot. And this can result in a more flavorful, less bitter coffee. And trust me, it tastes a lot better than just refrigerating your leftover coffee, although I have done that as well. And lastly, we're making a beautiful purple lavender lemonade. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this already, and the coloring is totally optional, but I do just feel with a lavender lemonade, it does add a little something extra to make it purple. Now with lavender, a little goes a long way. So what I usually like to do is just to make up a small batch of tea at a time and keep that in the fridge. You only need a few tablespoons per drink. I also don't like my lemonade too sweet, so we're actually gonna start this off with just some plain water. We are gonna mix in our blue pea flower powder, add our lavender tea. Now, I can probably use this whole jar, but like I said, a little goes a long way, so just start with less and you can always add more. And now adding our ice cubes. These are just plain water colored with some dragon fruit powder and some of the blue pea flower powder. And this is so beautiful because it starts out blue, but once you add lemon or lemonade, it is going to turn a gorgeous shade of purple. And then go ahead and taste it and add more lavender if you wish. Like I said, I didn't use that much to make this tea, so I'm just going to add the whole entire jar, but just taste as you go. Less is more in this situation. So perfect, not too sweet, just the right amount of lavender, delicious. Now I feel like this doesn't need to be said, but just in case it does, I don't usually make all these drinks at once. Usually I just pick 1 or 2 for the week, and that is enough for our weekly meal prep. And even if you don't have large jars like this, that is totally fine. You can easily just use any reusable jars. These are actually what I usually use because they're really easy to just throw in the dishwasher after you use them. So now that we have summer drinks covered, you might want something to eat with them. If you do and you're looking for some quick and easy summer meal prep recipes, I have got you covered with this video right here. And with that, let's eat plants, and I'll see you guys next time.